Welcome to Carolina Real Estate. Today we're at 9220 Bellasera Circle in the Members Club neighborhood of the Grande Dunes Resort in Myrtle Beach. And we're visiting with Jim Frazier, a real estate broker with Grande Dunes Properties.
Greg Everett.
Hello, Jim.
Always good to see you.
Great to see you again. Of course, you were instrumental in helping us get into Grande Dunes the first time, to be able to spend some time with Bruce Carroll, Mayor Rhodes, even before we kicked off Carolina Real Estate. So it was particularly exciting to get you back in today. And what about this home? It's unbelievable.
This is the home I was really excited about sharing with you when I
Yes.
called you. And as you drive up to 9220 Bellasera Circle, you know you have arrived.
You really have. Well, you know, crossing over the bridge, crossing over the waterway, just entering Grande Dunes, you feel like you've arrived.
Well, it's a lot of excitement right now. It's a
Yeah.
lot different than 3 years ago. A lot of construction going on.
Right.
I love the smell of sawdust in the morning.
Oh,
It reminds me
Jim.
of growth.
Now, why is that happening? I mean, why is Grande Dunes kicked back off? What has really made that happen?
Real estate is really coming on strong right now. Usually the media is about 6 months behind what's really going on. We have, I believe, over 50 homes under construction,
Wow.
all sold. We have another 22 homes sold, getting ready to go under construction.
Oh, Lord.
And those don't show up in the real estate files until they
Right.
close. So
Right.
it takes about 10 months to a year to build one of our homes.
Okay.
And we've got a lot of construction going on. So
Wow.
a lot of beautiful models. In fact, you've
We
expoed
have.
a couple of the models
We have.
with the Ruttenberg.
Classic homes.
Classic homes with
Ruttenberg,
Berkeley,
of course,
yeah.
Bruce Carroll.
Bruce Carroll homes. I call him our Renaissance builder. In fact, this is a Bruce Carroll home.
This is
This
a
is
Bruce
a Bruce
Carroll
Carroll
home
home.
also.
He
Not
built this-
far from his model home that he and
Correct.
Sonia live in down the street.
Correct. He built this custom for the folks that are now selling it.
Right.
And the only reason it's for sale is they're going to be building over on the other side of the fairway with a larger home.
Is that right?
That is correct.
Not to put you on the spot, but will they actually be using the Carrolls again?
Yes, they will.
Okay,
Yes,
great,
they will.
good.
It's
Golly,
going
I
to be
should have
another.
asked that
It's
question
going to be
before we started
another
filming.
beautifully built home. When I tour you through this home, you're going to see a lot of Bruce's appointments.
Yes.
And between he and the folks that own this home, they plan this home together.
Right.
It is truly a custom home. These folks now are going to take this home and just move it over on the other side of the waterway and do a few more things with it. They have a large family to accommodate, and they've fallen in love with Grande Dunes.
Yes.
They've fallen in love with the Members Club.
And they've fallen in love with Bruce and Sonia Carroll, it sounds
Oh,
like.
yeah.
And clearly with Jim Frazier.
Well, I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah, that is great. Well, you know, you think about Grande Dunes, when you say 50 under construction, 22 about to happen, now is that immediately in the Members Club? Is that in some of the other neighborhoods? Is that throughout this entire, what is it, 2,700 acre development?
2,200
200,
acres,
right.
all the way from the ocean front. We have a mile of ocean front, 5.5 miles on the Intercoastal Waterway.
Wow.
So in our neighborhood, Seville,
Yeah,
there's Cipriana,
right.
there is the Members Club, and then we have some home sites that are being built on in what we call the golf villages.
Okay.
It's actually there's 14 different neighborhoods that make up Grande Dunes.
Right.
And in about 7 of those neighborhoods right now, you'll see construction going on.
Wow. You know, just last week we were at Vista Del Mar,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Building 2, with Greg
How'd you like
Sisson,
that view?
which was magnificent.
Greg
We were-
Sisson, what a great guy.
who was a superstar, and
Yeah.
just to be there to see this, you're in a condominium, but it truly feels like a residence.
Yes,
I mean,
it
it's
is.
just,
Was it the big 5-bedroom by any chance?
it wasn't, it's not, it's a 3-bed, 3-bath, but it
Okay.
is, you know, you're in the kitchen and you're looking out on the ocean, it's one of a kind. I guess
Marble.
each one of them are, a lot of marble.
Marble,
just,
tile, one of the best addresses for
Truly.
oceanfront in the
Yes.
Carolinas.
Yes, and walking distance down to the Ocean Club and walking distance up the way throughout, even to the Dunes Club. I mean, it's just,
We love the Ocean Club.
Yes.
That's where everybody goes to enjoy the beach
yes.
and to make friends that they'll have the rest of their lives. That's a real important spot for our owners.
There are a lot of amenities. If a viewer was interested possibly, and even if they couldn't maybe make it happen here in Grande Dunes, there's opportunities to get into the Ocean Club.
That is correct,
Potentially
and
open the door.
also the Members Club, and also
Okay.
the resort golf course. And Stephanie Webster is our director of membership.
Right.
Anybody that needs to meet her, just have them call me,
Okay.
315-0215, and I can
Okay.
put them directly through to Stephanie.
Right.
And she can tell them about all the nice features here as far as club memberships.
Right.
And our clubs are just they're growing, and
Yes.
they're exciting, and we've got a real good membership right now.
Yes.
This is one of my favorite spots of this house is that great view that you see right out there behind us.
Right.
Not overlooking the pool, overlooking the lake, and overlooking the number 6 par 3, which
It is stunning.
kind of a great view, isn't it?
Coming in earlier today and going upstairs and taking that in, taking the pool in from up top, even right here for viewers right now to take this in.
I'm going to give you a tour in just a few minutes.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Okay. Before we do that, if a viewer needs to get off right now, it's just so they could have a chance to give you a call. If they got to miss the tour, what's the best way for someone to get in touch with you?
For private showings,
right.
843
right.
315 0215
okay.
is my office phone,
right.
and that will also come directly through to my cell phone.
Okay, great. That's fantastic. Well, how about just that, Jim? Would you be willing to give us a few minutes to give us a virtual tour?
Sure.
Okay, great.
Let's do it. I think you're going to love this house.
Yes. Right.
Beautiful setting, beautiful kind of, it's definitely got that Mediterranean feel from the moment you drive up.
Yeah.
It also has the golf cart garage.
Yes.
And then you come into this beautiful foyer. First thing you're going to notice is your eyes drawn out to the pool
right.
and off to the golf course. But all the facilities that make up a great home, you've got your formal dining off to the right.
You do, that's right.
And it's a very large area where you can seat 12 to 14 people with no problem.
Right.
Then you've got your, what I like to call them a den study. Some folks call them a home office.
Right.
That's off to our left here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, going right into the living room here.
Yes.
It affords some of the most beautiful views in all of Grande Dunes. This is one of my favorite settings because you can actually watch the golfers from tee to green, right from your backyard.
That's right. That's right.
And it is
you
a par
really
3.
can,
That's kind of a kick. And beautiful pool area.
Yes.
As we also go into the what I call the very large kitchen, professional kitchen, professional for a cook's dream, and into the keeping room, family room.
Right.
We go by the bar.
You pass the bar
here. The bar there
yeah.
will serve the entire front of the house and also the back of the house.
Right.
And as you can see, the kitchen, everything you need. There's a really nice butler's pantry that also serves as a wine cooler area.
Right, right.
And then it's got one of the nicest pantries I've seen in a home.
It does, yeah.
Very large.
Yeah.
It goes under the stairwell.
Right.
Great use of space. Bruce
yeah.
and the owners came up with that. And then as you go out, these doors all accordion in, and you can open from the outside in or from the inside out, and it's perfect for outdoor living.
It really is.
Everything, I mean, a dining table that will seat 8, outdoor kitchen, looking over the pool area with the hot tub, and you can tell these folks are from Maryland, the terrapins in the pool there.
I see this.
And it's all about outdoor living. These folks have some dogs, and they enjoy the backyard just as much as the rest of the family. And,
Truly.
And like I say, that is one view right there, over there to that par 3.
And you said that's a nature preserve on the other side there, so that'll never be developed.
That view is going to be like that. And this is an ICF home.
Okay.
We had talked about ICF before.
About Bruce Carroll
that's one of Bruce Carroll's specialties. In fact, he's award-winning in ICF construction.
Absolutely.
He brought home the big award, worldwide award, the World Champion Award from Las Vegas this year for his model home.
Remind viewers the significance of ICF.
ICF is insulated concrete forms.
Okay.
These homes are going to be here for a very, very, very long time.
Right. Right.
They're built to withstand hurricane force winds and. Like I say, if you go ICF, it's probably your best form of construction.
But Bruce shared that idea for hurricanes coming so oftentimes folks are trying to board up their house and otherwise, at this point you just walk right out,
ICF,
get in your car and cruise home.
Go up to Conway and wait for the storm to pass.
Absolutely. So not a worry in the world, the windows or anything. I mean, everything's taken care of.
He builds them fortified and ICF.
Right, right. Okay. Well, if you're typically going through the tour, I'm sure everyone wants to just stay here, but there's a little more to it upstairs.
Oh, yeah.
And we haven't even touched the master, right?
Well, first of all, we've got each bedroom in this home it's a 4-bedroom home.
Okay.
Each bedroom is its own suite. It has its own bath, which is really nice for when you have company or family down. They have a feeling of privacy and they have their own room.
Right.
And then going upstairs, you go to the media room.
Right.
Some folks nowadays call it the man cave. or the family room upstairs.
Right.
And this is one of the best, and it's one of my favorite. It's very comfortable, as you can see.
It's gorgeous.
Big screen TV.
Yeah.
Then looking out, once again, you get out into that balcony.
Right.
Now
right.
you can sit out there, instead of watching the Masters on TV, you can sit right up there and have your favorite beverage and watch them play the par 3 from tee to green.
I love it. Absolutely. These are stunning views.
What a lifestyle, you know.
Yeah,
And the view over to the, that nature preserve over there will be there. So it's, that's going to be the view from the back of this home for ever and ever.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Well, of course, as you walk through, I'm sure, what are some typical questions that you get, Jim? Are there many? I mean, are folks just taking it all in? They're overwhelmed by the beauty. They're overwhelmed by the construction. Typically, as you give tours of homes, maybe not this home, I know you just got it on, just went on the market recently, but throughout Grande Dunes.
This just went on the market, and what I usually listen for is how they think they see themselves living in the home.
Right.
Or likes or dislikes.
Right.
Everybody has their own feelings towards a home. Oftentimes you can tell, usually within a minute of coming into a home, what the feelings are, because people will have, their emotions will start showing.
Right.
And particularly if they say, well, I can see us in this room here, and but usually about this point they always say, Jim, where's the master suite?
Yeah.
I say, I've saved the best for last.
Oh yeah.
And so we go in there, and this is quite a master suite. It's one of the few in Grande Dunes with the exercise room off the master bedroom.
Right, I see
so,
this.
And you can, as you see there, you can open up those blinds and either watch the golf or see who's at the pool. Or
absolutely.
Pretty neat way to exercise when you have views like that.
That is. Here with the fireplace in the bedroom
Fireplace
as
in the bedroom. I mean, that's pretty comfortable looking, isn't it?
Truly, truly.
And then you go into the bathroom, and quite a bathroom. And Bruce is known for his famous showers and the fine appointments, and I think you saw on that shower, it's probably one of the best equipped showers in all of Grande Dunes.
It's gorgeous.
4 slots, no waiting.
Well, it's got to be, and that is indicative of Bruce's work. Is that in general he typically, and the folks spend quite a bit of time there sometimes. I mean, oftentimes.
We have some real good builders here in Grande Dunes. Ruttenberg model, I know you've seen that, and you've seen the classic work, and then of course Bruce, he's, like I say, I call him our Renaissance builder, because he's not just a builder, he's an artist. He's he brews his own brews and his own wines, and he's a musician, and you can see it just in his home. His homes are almost musical. They're very artsy. No loss of attention to detail.
Right, truly not.
Truly.
Absolutely, absolutely. When you're traveling, Jim, and you tell somebody for the first time about Grande Dunes, if you got 30 to 45 seconds or a minute, how do you typically describe the living here, the opportunity, the lifestyle of Grande Dunes Resort?
I think that's what I share with them right away. Grande Dunes isn't just about houses, it's about lifestyle. Come and meet the neighbors, try the Ocean Club, come and play the Members Club. Come and try the resort golf course. We have one of the best tennis clubs in the South. Right. Clay courts, lit. I mean, and the folks that are running the tennis club right now, top shelf. One of the best training programs in the country. They specialize in youth and also the old pros too. Right. In fact, I think in a few minutes you're going to get to meet the golf pro. Yes, Brad Redding, the director of golf instruction. He's the director of golf instruction. I call him golf coach. He's a great coach. He even helped my game. And now, Brad's loved all around the country. I understand he's one of the top 100 golf magazines, recognized as one of the top 100 golf instructors in the country. In the country, and we're going to try and take that worldwide. I'll let him share that with you. Yes. I think he's going to be taking a little trip overseas here pretty soon. Right, right. I can't wait to hear more about that. How about some of the great, of course, you talked about some of the trends, what's really happening there. Do you foresee this? How far do you see this going, or how much longer is Grande Dunes going to keep getting built out? Well, I call it real estate. We're dealing with real people, with real money, with real passions and desires, and living in a home. It's not, the investors have backed off. Yeah. We're dealing with folks that are moving from, I think we're represented right now, Greg, by 40 different states, 6 foreign countries, all living right here in Grande Dunes. I always tell people, fall in love with Myrtle Beach, fall in love with Grande Dunes, and I'll either find your home or we'll build your home. So I've got a pretty big palette to work with. I tell them about meeting friends that they'll have the rest of their life through the clubs, through the organizations, and all the festivities we have here for the members and owners. And there's always something going on at Grande Dunes. You know, we've got the Marina Inn, which is a 4-star resort hotel on the Intercoastal Waterway.
Truly.
Then you go over to the oceanfront, we've got the 4-star Marriott Resort. I mean, talk about top shelf.
Just the hotel of the year.
Just beautiful
Check 'em out
facility, yes.
Right.
So here we are in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and we have one of the top resort communities probably in the country. And a lot of people are finding out about that, and a lot of word of mouth. I remember when I first started in the mid-'70s in Myrtle Beach real estate, everybody was Florida, because their families had gone down there for years, and everybody follows their families.
Right.
And now guess what happens? Everybody's Myrtle Beach. Their families have vacationed here, their folks may have moved here, and now we have the baby boomer generation following what their parents taught to them 30, 40 years ago. So it's really an exciting time. And John Rhodes, I went to the 75th birthday for Myrtle Beach.
Right.
And he started off by saying, Myrtle Beach, hold on to your hat because it's going to be a great ride.
I love it.
And I'm going to start using that. John, he hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, truly. And Jim, you've hit the nail on the head. Thanks so much for being with us.
Always a pleasure.
Very definitely.
And I'm going to have you back to see another one soon.
We'd like that for sure. Stay tuned to more Carolina Real Estate with Brad Redding, the Director of Golf Instruction here at Grande Dunes. Coming up next. Welcome back to Carolina Real Estate. Today we're at 9220 Bellasera Circle in the Members Club neighborhood of the Grande Dunes Resort in Myrtle Beach. And we're visiting with Grande Dunes Director of Golf Instruction, Brad Redding.
Great, thank you very much.
Hello, Brad.
Thank you.
How about this home and that virtual tour that Jim just gave us? Isn't it amazing?
Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive.
You have looked at the home. I suppose you've seen it from
many times.
From the number 6, is it behind us?
It's kind of you know, veers your vision from the green to the home. It's kind of nice.
It really does. It really does.
It does.
It's one of a kind.
It really is.
Much like Grande Dunes.
Well, it's a great place. I mean, you know, great people, great homes, great clubs. I mean, it's a really true resort.
I was excited to hear. I think you said you've been here since 2005
right.
as the Director of Golf Instruction.
Correct.
That whole time.
Correct. I came down from actually in Pennsylvania, from Knoxville, Tennessee, but came down and it was a great move for us.
Yes,
Great
yes.
move.
And you said, I think earlier on today, you said that you actually grew up in Tennessee.
I sure did. Born and raised.
Okay.
If you cut me, I bleed orange.
Oh, so you actually went to
orange.
school there? Yeah.
Yes, I did.
The right orange, not the
Tennessee
South Carolina
right.
orange.
Yeah,
That's right.
Right.
Yes, yes. Your time in Pennsylvania, was that also in golf? I mean, you've stayed
It was.
in golf.
I've been in golf since about 1985. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
What actually got you interested in golf?
My dad. My dad was an All-American at Purdue University, and he'd kind of drag us along to the golf course. And my mom also played, and we were more interested in the ponds and the tadpoles as little kids. But as I got older, I found a passion for the game, and my father kind of nurtured that, and kind of led me to golf instruction. And now I teach just exclusively.
What typically does that mean, nurturing that? I mean, ultimately, if I've got a 2-year-old son, if I wanted to get him interested in golf, what's a way to do that, or is there?
Yeah, I think that the big thing there is that when they show interest in the game, you kind of nurture it in terms of making it available to them, clubs, access to the clubs that you can play with, and it just means that they're going to help you kind of nudge you along, not really push very hard because that's what turned them away from it, but kind of just a little nudge here and there. If Dad went to the range, he'd bring me along with him. I kind of would whack at golf balls and not really pay much attention to what's going on, and Dad never pushed lessons on me. I just kind of found a passion for that in terms of I was always intrigued by how things work.
Right.
And when I saw the golf swing, it was a very intricate move, and I wanted to learn more about it, and that just kind of led me to teaching.
Wow. And you think, with your father being a golfer, having a passion for it, even your mother, had you picked up a tennis racket, I suspect he probably would have supported that 110% as well.
I mean, it didn't matter what I did. I played baseball as a kid. My dad actually was the coach for the team.
Right.
I played basketball. I played football.
Yeah.
but just kind of swimming. Actually, did a lot of swimming and
Right.
kind of moved my way to golf.
I think you shared something cool earlier today that actually your bride and your son are
Right.
all in the industry
Yeah,
essentially.
my son Miller is a sophomore at Carolina Forest. He plays on the golf team. My
Great.
wife actually is a ex-tour player. She played for about 5 years, and actually that's how we met. She came up for a golf lesson in Knoxville, and from then on she stayed.
Wow,
Yeah.
Brad, that is a great
kinda
story.
cool, yeah.
Yeah, someone ought to
Yeah.
interview the two of you all together.
Yeah, very good.
And I understand you've got a golf piece each Wednesday in the Sun News.
I do,
Very
yeah.
popular. Is that tips or?
Yeah, it's basically tips on different parts of the golf game. I kind of do them in series. You know, I might do the short game one for 10 weeks in a row. I might
Right.
do putting, just all kinds of different tips. And I've gotten a lot of feedback from it. People have said that's really helped their golf game.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's my passion. I love people to say that I've actually done something to help them play better golf,
Right.
help them enjoy their golf game.
Well, Jim Frazier sure said that. I
Yeah.
think it was after one lesson, maybe a couple lessons, that his game changed entirely after spending time with you.
I've always said I'm only as good as my students are. Jim was a great student, and he did
Yeah.
really well.
Yeah, yeah. Now, do you principally just work with adults, or do you ever spend any time with kids as well?
The gamut, from juniors to PGA Tour players.
Right.
I mean, I work with everyone in between. I find a real joy out of helping a lady who maybe is, in her 55, 60 years old, and she's had struggle with getting the golf ball in the air. And
Right.
we'll change that around. She hits the golf ball in the air. She'll turn around and look at me with that look on her face, that smile on her face. There's nothing like that feeling in the world.
Wow.
Nothing.
Wow.
Nothing.
Golly.
Yeah.
We could almost stop the interview right there.
There
I
you
bet
go.
that's right. I mean, I bet that is the kind
It's-
of feeling that
It's
really.
really, it gives me goosebumps to think about it because
Yeah.
that's something that really affect her day, maybe her life,
Right.
because she can actually go out and enjoy the game of golf and have fun and not being frustrated, not being, feel like that she's out there holding people up on the golf course. She's actually having some fun. So
Right.
that's a great feeling.
Now, all of your clients, all of the folks you instruct, are members here at Grande Dunes?
No, I have golfers from actually all across the country. They come
Right.
down. They'll come down for a weekend and spend 3 days with me. I've got local people. I've got juniors. I've got seniors. I've got PGA Tour players. I mean, I have the gamut of players.
So you do not have to be a member here at Grande Dunes to
Absolutely
take
not.
instruction
No,
from you?
no
Okay,
way.
well, great. Well, this is a good chance to get the number in. If someone wanted to actually call you to have that opportunity to see you live time,
Yeah,
what's the best way to reach you?
They can actually book a lesson through the Members Club, 913-1359,
Okay.
and that's the golf shop. I don't book many of my own lessons because I'm never in the golf shop. I'm always
Right.
on the lesson tee.
Right.
So the staff there has been booking all my schools, lessons, and clinics.
Great.
And I really appreciate that. That's a nice avenue to have.
And there's a way for you to actually provide instruction even if it's poor weather, for instance. I mean,
Sure.
can you do things indoors?
I can.
Right.
We do a lot of stuff indoors, and that's a nice way to kind of get someone who maybe doesn't want to play. It's a very private setting.
Right.
Someone who's been very anxious not to be out in front of a lot of people
I
because they're
bet.
not very good.
Right.
And so my lessons are very closed in terms of they can just me and them, and I'm gonna make them feel like welcome and at home, and we're gonna get them to play better golf.
That's great,
Yeah.
Brad. 843-913-1359.
That's it.
Okay. Well,
That's
we
it.
just got a couple minutes. I understand from Jim there is that he was involved in introducing you to the Chinese contingency when they were here for the World Am, and something may be happening on a little traveling soon.
It was kind of like just happened to happen. I was actually in the clubhouse having some lunch, and they were actually having lunch also in a different room, the library at the members club. And Jim came out and said, "Brad, would you come in? Let me introduce you to these people. They all know all about you." And I walked in the room, and there were a lot of people, and they all kind of started huddling around me, and we started talking about golf. And one of the men who was instrumental in bringing them here, we've been emailing back and forth, and we've been talking about doing some golf schools in China
Wow.
and bringing them here. So in July, I'll be going to China to do some golf schools for them. And then in August, they're going to come here and do golf schools here.
Son of a gun.
It's going to be exciting.
That
I'm really
is
looking forward to that.
fabulous.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
And of course, you talked about those folks huddling up around you. I suspect this is because Golf Magazine recognizes you as one of the top 100 golf instructors in the country.
Yeah.
Not just in South Carolina, you in the country.
Country.
That is ginormous.
Well, that's
Wow.
pretty big thing. I'm very fortunate, very blessed that
Right.
that I do what I love to do, and
Right.
people recognize that. And Jim was very kind to introduce me to the people that with the China group. And one guy said, "Brad, you walked in there and they thought you were a rock star." I said, "I don't know about a rock star, but it was a lot of fun because they were wanting pictures, and we all kind of got together and had pictures made, and they wanted to talk." And actually, right now, I'm in the process. I've kind of met up with some people here locally that speak Mandarin Chinese, and I'm kind of trying to learn some of the phrases and trying to make sure that I can actually communicate with them somewhat. Although I'm sure I'll have to have an interpreter over there when I'm in China.
That is
I'm
exciting,
excited.
Brad.
I really am.
Some of your peers, some of the other 99 of the top 100, are many of those in the Carolinas, or are they mostly, are there other parts?
On the country.
Right,
Around
all over the country. Yeah,
California to New York.
Yeah. I mean, how did someone go through becoming a top 100? There's so many golf instructors. I mean, there's tens of thousands.
Again,
I mean, how do you get in the top 100? That's insane.
I'm blessed. I really am. I happen to do some things that made people notice me. I am 6-time. I was in Tennessee. I was 6-time Tennessee PGA Teacher of the Year.
Wow.
That kind of put me on the radar.
Right.
That's actually people vote on that are my peers, people that know me in the area.
Right.
And then the Golf Magazine started noticing, and I just got on the list. I'm a PGA Master Professional in Instruction, which is something I did on my own to get that.
Right.
I'm on the faculty for that program now too. So
That's
I've done a
great.
lot of things that have really helped that. But again,
Right.
I'm really blessed. I'm very, very lucky. There's a lot of good teachers out there, a lot that are equally as talented as I am. But I'm just blessed and lucky.
Those are great words to wrap up. Thanks so much for being with
Greg,
us today.
thanks very much. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Stay tuned to a little more Carolina Real Estate coming up next. Welcome back to Carolina Real Estate. We want to thank Jim Frazier and all of the professionals at the Grande Dunes Resort for opening the doors for us to be out here today and to celebrate this incredible lifestyle. You heard Jim talk about it. It is one of a kind. If you want to learn more about Grande Dunes or some of the opportunities for membership at the Ocean Club or even here at the Members Club, give them a call at 843-315-0215. We also want to thank Brad Redding, the Director of Golf Instruction here at Grande Dunes, and all the wonderful things he does to care for adults and children and really make a difference in their lives. Also, today's featured website is myrtlebeachscluxury.com. As you can see here, you've got access to all of the homes, condos, land, whatever it is here in the Grande Dunes Resort and exclusively in the Grande Dunes Resort. You can sort by price, you can sort by bedrooms or baths, or even by keyword. If you want to type in the word Frazier or fortified, you can find fortified homes or homes listed by Jim Frazier right here in the Grande Dunes Resort. Check it out online, myrtlebeachscluxury.com. And if you're looking for real estate, look for Carolina Real Estate.